Okay, this is Big Baby J with another episode of Chrono Cross Radical Dreamers Edition. This episode is time to wrap things up. So let's get into it. We need to go to Homeworld, by the way. Now that we're here, we got three people to talk to. We're gonna start with the closest one, which is Luca. So you finally made it, Serge. When did this sorry tale all began? Was it 10 years ago when you almost drowned here? Or was it 14 years ago when you were wounded by the panther demon that attacked you? The result in you being carried to Chronopolis, where you came in contact with the Fate and the Frozen Flame. Or perhaps it was 2400 years into the future, when the time crash hurled Chronopolis back to prehistoric times. Or could it even have been 12,000 BC, when the ancient magical kingdom met its end after trying to use Lavos? Each is close to being correct, and yet at the same time so far from being the right answer. The true beginning was during the destruction of the ancient kingdom of Zeal. As the palace collapsed around her, Princess Charlotte was sucked into a dimensional vortex along with the Lavos Mammon machine. Shala and Lavos became unified into one even more powerful entity that would evolve into the Devourer of Time. Filled with the hatred and sadness of Lavos, half of Shala's mind became set on destroying all of existence. Yet at the same time, the other half of her mind desired to save the universe and to be rescued herself. As Shala fell through the time gate in this condition, she heard your crying echoing through time. That is when her story and yours began to intertwine. It is also when the past and the future began to intersect, and when the world became divided into two. Led by the pitiful crying the young Surge made as the panther demon's poison took hold of him. Yes, Surge, the sound of your crying touched the heart of Princess Shala. Before the destructive mindset could become more dominant, she cloned herself and sent her copy into this dimension. Shala left her baby daughter clone with her ancient magical pendant. This was to safeguard her daughter clone in life and death situations. The pendant would rewind time a little, sending her daughter clone into a safer point in the immediate past. That's right, Kid is Shala's daughter clone. You're wrong. I'm me. I ain't no Shala daughter or clone. Yes, that's right, kid, if that's how you feel. I think Princess Shala would have wanted it to be that way too. And now, about Project Kid, the time control project Balthasar planned out. The whole project existed to lead you to this one special point in time. The founding of Chronopolis, the time crash, and the battle between Fate and the Dragon Gods. It was all coordinated so that you would get your hands on the Chrono Cross and come to this place. Of course, Kid was not to know anything about this whole plan until later. Further in the future, she is meant to travel back 10 years in time from now to save Surge from drowning. Kid was also meant to call Surge into the other world as he spoke with Lena here on Opasa Beach. You're our last hope, our final chance. Only you, who came in contact with Shala and Kid and Shala's clone daughter, can do it. And darkness that exists on the other side of time, Shala has been integrated with the Devourer of Time. Please, sirs, release Princess Shala from the binds that monster and her own hatred. Show us the life forms that exist on this planet, where our new future will be. Alright, let's speak to old Chrono here. I said let's speak to Chrono. Finally. Where even angels lose their way. 10 years ago, you died at this very spot. There is no mistake, you drowned. The truth is, this world in which you are still alive is the irregularity. This is the false reality. 10 years ago, it was Lynx who tried to kill you at this beach. After Prometheus broke the link between Fate and the flame, Fate tried to eliminate any obstacle that stood in his way. In the meantime, the 6 dragons had sent Harley forth to try and gain possession of the flame. Harley made contact with Fate's biological incarnation, Lynx, and tricked him into temporarily joining forces. The elimination of the Prometheus circuit lock on the frozen flame was everyone's top priority. Lynx and Harley abducted Luca, who alone could release the Prometheus lock that guarded the flame. But the whole attempt only ended in failure, so they waited for you to appear instead. You see, Fate calculated that you would one day cross dimensions and try to make contact with the flame. I don't know how to break this to you, but Lynx was actually your father, Wazowski. Drawing closer to the flame caused him to become unstable, and the image of you dying in terror changed him completely. Finally, after having his psyche totally eroded, he lost his soul and was easily integrated by Fate. Fate turned Wazowski into a biological interface, modeling him after your worst fear at the time, a panther. Although Wazowski managed to escape from Chronopolis with you, he later completely succumbed to Fate. Humans are such fragile, disjointed, imperfect beings, love and hate life and death. Perhaps even Fate itself dreamed of using the flame to someday reincarnate itself into a new species. It's quite sad, really. It's like when you gaze into the flame gazes back into you. A new species is about to be born on this planet. An alien life even more evolved than the old Lavos. At the darkness beyond time, the weakened Shala came under the influence of Lavos, and the two became one entity. It is now up to you, the one whom the frozen flame has chosen as its arbiter. You alone can decide how the new Lavos, which has encased Shala within it, will evolve from here. Your action will determine whether in the future all time is devoured by lava, sending the world into everlasting death. Balthasar foresaw this was going to happen in his world in the year 2300, and he was determined to prevent it from happening no matter what it took. The Chrono Cross, it alone can combine the sounds of the planet that the 6 types of elements produce. The melody and harmony that brim with all life forms use the song of life to heal her enmity and suffering. We entreat you, sirs, please save Shala. Okay, here we go. And we use the time egg. I said we use the time egg. Finally, okay. Into the darkness of time. The final gateway leads to the darkness of time. Looks like this is finally it. Come on. Let's finish this off. We wasted enough blooming time as it is. Come on, sirs, mate. You don't want to keep the girl waiting any longer. She's been waiting for you and only you, and for over 10,000 years, I might add. If the world is going to be destroyed, then let it be destroyed. If history is going to be changed, then let it bloody well be changed. I'll show you what radical dreamers really dream about. Okay, basically the plan is just to attack him until he casts yellow. When he casts yellow, that is our indication to start using the elements for the Chrono Cross. So basically, I'm just gonna build up my elements for now. If I can stop missing. You can steal from it. I think you only get a nostril. So I'm not really worried about stealing this time around. All we need to do now is just build up our elements. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Alright, kid, let's get rid of some of this green. Guess I'm not gonna get rid. Oh, here we go. There we go. There's the yellow I was talking about. And we're gonna hit red. Yellow, red, green. blue, black, and white. And now for the Chrono Cross. And this will give you the good ending. If you kill him without using the Chrono Cross, you get the bad ending. I've been waiting an eternity just for this very moment. Meaningless hurting one another, the disappearing life forms. Love to hate, hate to love. Why are we born? Why do we die? Evolution, the survival of the fittest. What is there to be achieved from harming one another, killing one another? The eggs that we call planets and the innumerable spermatozoa, the life forms which gather around them. When one of those countless seeds is joined with a planet, a new universe is born. All this exists for that one moment, also that the universe can evolve into the next dimension. Does that make us all just pawns? Are each of our short lives nothing but a cheap sacrifice just so the one chosen life form can be born? No, that is not the case. Each and every one of us has a chance of becoming that one chosen life form. Yes, it could be you. Each of us tries to do our best with the hand we're dealt, be our genes or environment we live in. Each life form struggling to make the best of life is given, forms a link in the golden chain that leads to creation of a new universe. Every single thing in the whole of nature is perhaps just dreaming a dream of life. All of them are also perhaps nothing more than a dream dreamt by a planet before its birth. Oh, but yes, eventually all dreams will return to Zervin, the Sea of Dreams. Surge, don't go yet. Surge, it's alright. Everything is alright now. Time which has been divided will be united again now. The time for farewells has come. You will lose all memory of this whole adventure and return to your own time. But this time you will be able to live your own life. Hey, matey, it sure was a swashbuckling voyage. If you ever want to become a pirate, be sure to come see me aboard the SS Invincible. We alone do not have the power to heal the world's woes or to solve all its mysteries, and yet even then, it was bloody good knowing you, mate. Thanks for being born, you, Surge. I guess now's the time to say, see you later, mate. But I'll find you. Sometime, somewhere, I'm bloody sure of it. No matter the time, no matter the world you live in, I'll find you. I'm sure I will find you. Surge. Surge. Hey, Surge. And we're back at the beginning. On the beach with Lena. Are you alright? What's the matter? Don't scare me like that. You just passed out all of a sudden. What? Terror Tower? Fate? What are you talking about? We just got here. You got some Komodo dragon scales for me, don't you remember? You sound confused. Come on, Surge. Get with the program. Our summer's only just started. Thus the curtain closes on another tale. An eternity has passed, fleeting dreams fade into the distance. All that is left now is me and my memories. But I'm sure we'll meet again. Someday, you and I. Another place, another time. It's just that we might not recognize that you are you and I am me. Let us open the doors to the great unknown, come across another reality, and live another day. Even when the story has been told, life goes on. Until we meet again, take care of yourself, my friend. Forever yours, Shala Kid Zeal. Okay. Now, if you defeated the time devourer time, this would be considered a bad ending because it would jump straight to this right here. I'm sure most of you have seen this, so I'm gonna cut the recording here. And I appreciate you guys for watching. Y'all take care, and we're moving on to something different.